What will the bank of the future look like in India? Will it be a digital beast? I ask you this question because over the last several years, we have seen new companies in the fintech space bring amazing speed to the customer. Digital KYC, Aadhaar, the Jam Trinity, all of that have helped. For public and private sector banks, they had legacy systems, so they took time to change. But it is now clear that all banks also have massive investments in technology. Given this, what will the bank of the future look like, let's say, maybe 5 years down the line, Mr. Khara?
Well, when it comes to the bank of the future, when we draw some kind of parallel from the developed economies, we still see the relevance of the branch banking or the physical banking. When we look around India as an economy, we have a rural sector. How well it will evolve, we need to wait and watch. And also we will have a demographic scenario where we will have the young, old and middle-aged population. But adoption of the technology by all this customer segment and also the penetration of the digital network across will probably define how the banks will look like. But to my mind, I think the way I have seen in last about 40 years or so, we have moved from absolutely purely physical to the phygital stage. And today also, when we look at the volume of transactions which are being handled through the digital mechanism by the banks have gone up multiple times. It would be as high as about 90% plus. But there is still the relevance of the physical locations. But yes, what will be the shape of those physical branches? That might undergo a change. It will become merely the sales and service hub, because I would say that 25 years from now, perhaps we will have a situation where hyper-personalization or customization will be the way forward. And for that to really happen, one, of course, we will be in a position to draw upon the analytics and the behavioral aspect from the data. But nevertheless, it will perhaps involve a very personal engagement also. So, in fact, the usual complaint which you have seen from the developed nations and the banks which are operating in those developed nations, the customers keep on complaining that we don't get to hear the voice of a human. We always get to hear the voice of a Siri. So I think this is a reality which we cannot ignore. I'm sure there would be enough room and space for the physical operations also. So phygital, I would say, would be the future banking. But yes, of course, when it comes to banks will probably go beyond the pure play banking. They will get into advisory, they will get into more and more customer-centric approaches, and they will probably offer the whole gamut of financial services, may not be confining themselves to the banking products only. And this is something which I believe is likely to be the scenario. But when it comes to whether they will offer product beyond the financial sector, as of now, the regulation does not allow that to happen. But yes, of course, I think the way regulations and the acts and the everything is changing, maybe with the passage of time, when there is a felt need, when so many other players would like to sweat the kind of distribution network which has been created over all these years, maybe one can actually experience something which would be aligned or ancillary to the financial sector, may also be serviced through the banks in those 25 years plus.